You are listening to Radio Romania International. Focus on Romania. Traveler's Guide. Welcome to Traveler's Guide with us, Vlad Palcu
and Diana Vijeu.
Lying mostly in the southeastern Romanian region of Dobrogea and partly in Ukraine, the Danube Delta is the largest and best preserved delta in Europe. It was included in the UNESCO Heritage List in 1991 and is rated as a biosphere reserve at national level.
Today we'll talk about the Danube Delta in 2018 in tourist terms. Cătălin Țibulac, president of the Danube Delta Tourist Management Association, explains why this travel destination is suitable for all categories of tourists.
Unicitatea este dată atât de multiculturalitate și mai ales de biodiversitate.
Its uniqueness comes both from its multiculturalism and, more importantly, from its biodiversity. Tulcea County is home to 16 ethnic minorities, each having its own features and contributing a variety of traditions and customs. On the other hand, environmental protection is essential for tourism, be it adventure tourism or leisure. This is very important because Tulcea County, northern Dobrogea and the Danube Delta ensure the best conditions for all forms of tourism, ranging from mountain tourism in the Măcin Mountains Reserve to seaside tourism on the Danube's Sulina branch in Sfântu Gheorghe and Gura Portiței.
The Danube Delta is crossed by a number of routes that travelers can follow aboard floating hotels in order to explore as much of the area as possible. These vessels comply with all relevant standards, but mobility is their chief advantage as compared to standard accommodation options. As a rule, floating hotel managers discuss with travelers about what they would like to see. Here is Cătălin Țibulac, president of the Danube Delta Tourist Management Association, with details.
Întotdeauna aceste hoteluri plutitoare sunt atracția. Hotelul intră în delta și rămâne în delta câteva zile. Turiștii caută așa ceva, dar nu numai hotelurile plutitoare.
These floating hotels have always been an attraction here. You basically take the hotel into the delta and stay there for several days. But this is not the only interesting option here. There are also tourist compounds and boarding houses that offer exceptional accommodation standards. The response is generally good because most tourists seek predictability during their stay. There is yet a lot more to be done, but what is important is for tourism development to go hand in hand with the protection of the delta. So we invite everyone to come see the Danube Delta.
Many of the travel packages available for the Danube Delta area include visits to Mila 23, the native village of Olympic rowing champion Ivan Pațaikin, and Sulina, a town with exquisite churches and museums, and with an interfaith cemetery reminding of the golden age of the European Union's easternmost city. Another must-see site is the Letea Forest, the oldest nature reserve in Romania, which has been researched by scientists ever since 1930. TripAdvisor Ciprianena emphasized, however, the human heritage, the traditions and customs in the region.
Delta Dunării este, din punctul nostru de vedere, cea mai frumoasă destinație de delta din Europa. Avem pachete gândite în așa fel încât
The Danube Delta is, from our point of view, Europe's most beautiful tourist destination of its kind. Our holiday packages were thought out so as to cater for all categories of visitors, from bird watchers to families with children or seniors who come over to relax and enjoy the typical atmosphere of the delta. We lay emphasis on nature and traditions. After all, this area, which is unique in Europe, namely the Danube Delta Biosphere Reserve, boasts a rich biodiversity, a breathtakingly beautiful scenery which blends with Lipovan, Ukrainian, Turkish and Romanian traditions. This area is unique in Europe.
And here is a proper holiday offer. With details on that, here is Ciprian Ena back at the microphone.
Un sejur de 5 zile care include 4 nopți de cazare la hotelurile noastre de 3 și 4 stele din Uslina și Murighiol, transportul cu autocarul din București la Murighiol, transferul cu barca de la Murighiol la Uslina.
A 5-day stay, including accommodation for 4 nights in our 3- and 4-star hotels in Uslina and Murghiol, a coach trip from Bucharest to Murighiol, transfer by boat from Murighiol to Uslina, and buffet-style half-board or full-board, costs a minimum 399 lei per person. As we approach peak season, the cost for such a stay may reach 699 lei per person in the months of July and August. Apart from such facilities offered by the aforementioned holiday clubs, tourists can also enjoy a campfire, Lipovan stories, a swimming pool and boat rides as an option. This is on offer for the main destinations Sulina, Leta, Sfântu Gheorghe, as well as for the lake region, the nesting area for some of the most interesting bird species in this part of Romania. All meals are buffet style. We mainly use local produce, fresh fish from the Danube Delta, whenever the season permits. We offer Lipovan dishes as the locals try to provide as healthy a diet as possible to their guests.
Ciprian Nenea will tell us more on the events that are being organized in the Danube Delta.
Sunt foarte multe evenimente care au loc în zonă, dar noi am gândit un produs separat de aceste evenimente, practic.
There are lots of events taking place in the region, yet we thought out our own events package, which is different from the other events. In effect, from the fish soup festivals to the anonymous independent film festival in Sfântu Gheorghe, there are all sorts of concerts and local events. Local communities learn the ropes of starting up tourism and have been doing really fine in this area. They learn how to show their traditions and how ready they are to host guests from all over the world. Locals have their special way in which they welcome their guests. They are tough, resilient people who know how the Danube Delta works in a natural environment that must be respected. They are equally welcoming and make the perfect host when they deal with guests.
For a personalized offer, do please contact your travel agent straight away. Make sure you have a unique stay in the world's largest reed thicket compact area. You have been listening to Traveler's Guide.